ready to start project number one. The first project we're going to do is the flushing project. This is going to help you learn to use the miter box, to use simple math to determine the length of your pieces, and you're going to have to demonstrate the ability to cut straight pieces, and then in the end you're going to nail them together using a technique called flushing. Alright, so the first step in this project is we're going to get some of this 1.5 by 3/4 inch stock. Your instructor will show you where this is located here in the shop. If I look on my plan, my first dimension is given to me on piece number 1. The first dimension is 9 3/8. I'm going to use a measuring device, a tape measure, or a ruler, and I'm going to measure out the first piece on my flushing project, which is 9 3/8 of an inch. Once I have that marked out, I'm going to go to the miter box to make that cut. We'll do that now. Over here at the miter box, you're going to raise the saw up and put your piece in so that the saw blade is right at your line. And then with a very smooth motion, you're just going to saw back and forth until the piece comes loose. Okay, we're back here at our workstation, and we've cut the first piece to the 9 3/8 inch dimension that's on the plan. Now the next piece that we have to cut, number 2, the plan is telling me that it's 1 1/8 less than 9 3/8. So using a piece of scrap paper and your pencil, I want you to do the math to figure out the length of the second piece. Once you do the length of the second piece, you're going to mark it out on another piece of the wood that you have, and then you're going to go back to the miter box and you're going to cut it. Okay, now that I've done the math and I've gotten the correct length of my 5 pieces, it's time to put them together. Now what we want to do here, we're going to take the longest one and then the second longest one, the number 2, and we're going to fasten them together using some small finish nails. The easiest way to do this, don't try to get them all flush at first and then try to put the nail in, because they're probably going to move on you. If you take your second piece and you set your nail so that it's just barely sticking through, then you want to put it on top of the first piece. You want to ensure that the end grains of the wood are aligned so that they feel like one piece. And you also want to do the same thing with the side. Once you're satisfied that you have them lined up and that they are flush, you're going to go ahead and nail them. I'm going to do the same thing here on the back using 2 nails so that my piece will not pivot and move off my flush. Okay, I've taken my 5 pieces, I flushed up the ends and the edge, and I've attached them using the finish nails provided. Once you have your project done and you're satisfied that your pieces are flush and that you have them nailed properly so that they don't move, you take another finish nail and I want you to attach your project on the side of your booth.